And all this just goes to show you guys, if you make enough Volvo videos, eventually somebody will come ask you to drive a Porsche 912. What's up everybody? My name is Elliott, and if you can't tell by the title of this video, the thumbnail, or the beautiful Holiday Inn behind me, I am not in Kansas anymore. I'm actually in Auburn, Indiana for Worldwide Auctioneers, Enthusiast Auction, and Enthusiast Tour. And right now I'm on my way to their headquarters to start the Enthusiast Tour. We get to tour all of these private collections and drive these amazing cars. So let's head down to the facility and see what we're driving. All right, I've made it to the headquarters, and yes, there's a bunch of awesome cars behind me, but we'll get to these later. What we need to see is what's in front of me, and this is the crop of cars to choose from to drive today, which is pretty exciting. And look at the cars that we get to drive on this tour. This beautiful Porsche 912, there's a GTO over there, there's a Corolla liftback, an Aston Martin DB7, really good stuff. Can't really go wrong with any of them. And all this just goes to show you guys, if you make enough Volvo videos, eventually somebody will come ask you to drive a Porsche 912. Pretty sweet deal. All right, everybody's in here. We are about ready to head out. It does look like I'm going to be in the Porsche 912. Now this is a 1967 Porsche 912, not a 911, although it looks like one. I'll tell you more about it on the drive, but I'm really, really excited. Look at this thing. It's lime green. It's old. It's not mine. How exciting is that? Oh, driver's meeting starting. I'll see you guys on the road. Okay, so on the road now in the 1967 Porsche 912. This car came out right at the end of when Porsche was still only making the 356. They went to introduce the new 911, but because it was so much faster and required so much new technology, it got to be a lot more expensive. So what Porsche ended up doing was they basically put the new 911 body on the old 356 running pinnings, which coincidentally, there's a 356 right in front of me. And what ended up happening was you got an entry-level 911. Instead of a 6-cylinder, you got a 4-cylinder. And you got the new 911 looks, but a more similar to 356 price, which resulted in these cars selling very, very well, outselling the 911 actually. They only really made this car for like 4 or 5 years, and it's just a really interesting part of Porsche history. This is kind of the car that gave way to the entry-level Porsches like the 914 and eventually even the Boxster. This was Porsche's first foray into entry-level cars, and it's just neat. I can't believe I'm driving one. I can't believe that there's a 356 in front of me and a freaking Duesenberg in the rearview mirror. That's something you never see. I'm on this beautiful drive in rural Indiana, and we're on our way to go see the first of several private collections. This is just an incredible opportunity that has been provided to me by the folks at Worldwide Auctioneers. I was in a Corolla rental car this morning, and now I'm in a lime green Porsche 912. I'd say it's an upgrade. As far as stats go on this car, it is a 4-cylinder, like I said, so you don't get all the big 911 power. You end up with like 100 horsepower because this motor is essentially a detuned version of what's in the 356, which was essentially an up-tuned version of what's in the Volkswagen Beetle. So all of those Jeremy Clarkson jokes, this is one of those Porsches that's more similar to a Beetle than not. But what a cool car, am I right? All right, we've made it to our first stop, and look at this place. This is just one room. This is the Ford room, and you can tell it's kind of like mobile diner gas station themed, and they've got all sorts of cool Fords in here, including one that should be familiar to you guys, a Model A Roadster, very similar to what my dad has. But the part I want to get to is what he called the Corvette room, and as you guys can imagine, that's very much up my alley. Oh, yeah. All Corvettes. But the thing that's catching my eye right immediately is a C4 Corvette limo, something I've never seen before, didn't even know that was possible. Look at this thing, this is nuts. Like an extended door, it's still got another C4 seat back here. This is awesome. This is the coolest. Didn't know I needed a C4 limo in my life, but I think I do. 86 pace car. This looks like a pace car road, which means they have my absolute favorite pace car, the 1998 pace car, because this is wild. Purple with yellow wheels and yellow interior. This is like the one pace car that I absolutely have to have one day. It's such a wild color scheme, and I absolutely love it. Look at that. I can't believe that this is what they went with, but it's so cool that they did. What a wild looking car. Man, I'm just excited. Anybody that says they have a Corvette room, big fan. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around in here because I'm just so excited. One of the things I'm most excited about, this guy has a 53, 54, and 55 all in a row. And in fact, he has a 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. This is like solid axle Corvette row, and they're all NCRS perfection, including the 54, which obviously I'm paying more attention to, but it has the original tires. He bought it from the original owner, and this car is completely unrestored. I am just in absolute Corvette heaven. This is incredible. And then look at this. The 95 pace car has a little go-kart. I remember seeing this in like the Mid-America magazine when I was a kid, and I thought that was the coolest thing, and I've never seen one in person. I'm beside myself with how excited I am about being in the Corvette room. So let's see what's in the next room. C4 pinball machine, always wanted one of those. Cool selection of Cushmans, and then like Lincolns throughout history. An old boat, which kind of just looks like a Chody Chris Craft, so I don't really actually know what this is. There's also another building still, so this is a cool collection. Okay, we have arrived at the second building. What a day. Always cool when you get to drive a Porsche 912 to go look at some more cars that aren't readily available to the public. And man, the 356 and 912 look so good together. It's crazy that this car is essentially just underneath this car in a fancier body. All right, made it into the second building, and this one's a little less themed and more just random awesome cars. Starting with like an SL55 on SL65 wheels. There's a Prowler. Oh, look, a Holden Ute. Now, I don't know if this started life as something else or if this is a real Holden Ute, but I've never actually seen one in person because we don't get these here. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it must have started life as something else, but still, because it's left-hand drive. But this is still really cool. It's even got a trailer hitch. We have an SSR pace car. That's pretty neat. These guys obviously love pace cars, which is a great thing. Look at this. There's just cars stacked upon one another. This is one way to advertise tires. A sleepy, unhappy baby. Like, right over here, this pink Cadillac was actually Elvis's, and it's got like all of the documents to verify that. So it's actually Elvis's Cadillac. How neat is that? Huge. Makes a statement. Of course, you got your Elvis plaques and proof in there, but that is pretty cool. It's his actual car. Now over here is something really cool. This was actually the Pope Mobile, essentially, for when he visited the country in like 1965. Pretty cool. It's even still got the flags. I mean, this is the actual car. It's like totally different than what I imagined, but security was different back then too. The Pope at the time sat back here and just waved to everybody. He had a good visit, I imagine. Well, it has begun to rain. The last portion of the drive I just did in the rain, which, happy to report, Porsche does not leak. So whoever buys that car in September, it's sealed. Anyway, we're at the next stop. Let's see what this collection holds. Okay, so this place is wildly different than the last place we went. Very, very heavily themed. I mean, look at the decorations in here. They actually have full-on buildings built out inside of the facility. Like there's like a full diner that you can walk in behind me, and then like a full Texaco station, like real sized, with actual cars inside and outside. Like there's old oil and stuff in there. There's like a Hellcat and another Challenger on top of the other one. Look at this. There's a Prowler in there. This is an impressive, impressive building. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh. I'm geeking out over this. My dad's gonna love this. He also has a collection of Sun diagnostic machines. You've seen these in the background at my dad's shop, and these are so, so cool. So these are all machines used for testing different functions of cars. Way before the days of OBD2, if you brought your car into a shop and that shop was a very good shop, they usually had one of these, and they can tell you everything from, you know, whether your engine's missing, which cylinder is missing. It can test distributors. They can do everything, and they were very, very cool. All right, and look over here, another building within the building. There is a full bike shop that you can enter. Like, look at this. I'm inside it now. Look, there's like vintage toys, unopened stuff. Oh my gosh. Look, it's like a full Schwinn bike store. This is nuts. I've never seen anything like this. Look at this. Vintage, unopened Matchbox cars. And these are real. That is incredible. Oh my gosh, an old okay, man, this is so up my alley. They have a Newton in the box. And across the street from the bike shop, there is a Chevrolet dealership. with a couple of Corvettes in it. Here's a 63, exactly kind of like my dad had. My dad had a fuel injected one, but it was the same color combo, silver with red interior. And the special thing is these are the actual knockoff wheels. Some of them have the 3-spoke, but these are actual take a hammer and knock the spinner to take them off wheels. And again, crazy that I'm walking around inside of a dealership inside of another building. Oh look, the second C4 pinball machine I've seen in a day. What are the chances? I guess pretty high when you're on the Enthusiast Tour. All right, walking into the next area now, and I can tell you this is very up my alley as well. First thing that catches my eye is a C7 ZR1 high wing, but behind me, a Ford GT on a turnstile. That is really neat. New C8. Oh, this is one of those rebodied C6s that's supposed to look like a C1. Those are, you know, not for everybody. I guess this one's a C5. This is incredible. I'm loving this day so much. Oh, is this what I think it is? A 95 pace car, which I know we saw earlier this morning, but this one has the hoop that would have been on when they were running at the actual track. This thing has apparently delivery miles. Brand new 95, only 15 miles. Wow. This is so cool, I'm loving this. I see two C4 ZR1s. Oh, but this one seems special. It's got OZ wheels, and that is not what they normally look like. Oh, this was, okay. This is why it looks like that. According to the paperwork, this one was given to Michael Jordan. Who knew? I can't believe he'd actually be able to fit in one, but that's neat as heck. All right, third stop for the day. It finally stopped raining. It was a great drive over here. And now we're in this like unassuming looking industrial building. I wonder what's inside. Actually, I don't wonder. I know it's gonna be a ridiculous car collection because that's what we've been seeing today. I can't wait to see what's behind these doors. Okay, I'm inside now, and the first thing that strikes me is this like original floor. I mean, you can feel this through your shoes, let me tell you that. But look at the cars. This is like a restoration shop type presentation, and it's really, really cool. Oh, first of all, look at this Chevy. It kind of looks like the Mercury from the movie Cobra. Got another Hudson, old Matador. Look at the shape of this thing, and look at the seats. Do these not exude the word plush? That is the definition of plush. Oh, look at this, like a modded Bentley GTC. I'm cool with this. Definitely unexpected in this collection. Another Matador, but a race car Matador. Now, the real question is if we can play the game of what's under these covers. Pretty sure that's a Camaro. I know this is a Mustang. Don't know what that is, but there's a GT350. Now, it's in one of the bubbles, guys. Look, I love these. Okay, I'm being told that there is a second floor to this facility. I kind of thought this was it. Apparently it's not. Apparently there's a second floor and a third floor, and we're gonna take this big like car elevator up. Let's do it. Ah. So this will lift a car. It's better than carrying him up the stairs. Oh, there's a visual component. You can tell you're going up. Yeah.
That's indoor junk here.
Okay. And you guys know I've been kind of dabbling with the idea of getting a Saab. These might be the guys to ask. This was my favorite color you could get on the 9.3 towards the end, the GM ownership era. They have this, the Quirkmobile. This was like the last car that Saab made before GM shut them down. This is the 9.5, and this thing is awesome. You never see these. What else do we have up here? Oh, another 9.5. Okay, so now I've seen 3 of them today, which is probably like 10% of the entire production run of those cars. Pretty wild. I love the industrial theme here. I love being on the second floor. And then like all of these Hudsons ready to be restored, guys. Look at this. They're ready. Just come get them. Oh my gosh. And then I didn't even realize he's got like a warehouse. This is gotta be like the world's source for Hudson parts. Look at this. C-brakes, E-wheels and hubcaps, an engine. Never thought I'd see like a collection of Hudsons quite like this on the second floor of a building. Right away, I like this. Solstice, Roadmaster, SC430. I love being on the third floor of a building with cars in it. This is another SC430, a regular Cadillac CTS with wheels. What an eclectic collection. I love this. Oh, a Roadmaster wagon. And then just more Hudsons. All right, I think we're heading back down, but I do want to mention this. This has got to be a rare and valuable license plate. All zeros. I'm just saying, any license plate guys out there, let me know. And all right, after dinner, we are getting back on the road. It's unfortunately time to put the cars back away at the headquarters, but what a day it has been. Luckily, I still have about an hour left to drive the 912, which Never gonna pass that up. I have absolutely fallen in love with this little green Porsche. So without further ado, here's a time lapse of my drive through rural Indiana back to Auburn. Well, we made it back to worldwide headquarters. That was an awesome, just 1 hour straight drive in the 912. What a day, what a group of collections we saw. And guess what? We get to do even more of that tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. Check back tomorrow. I'll be posting again. Thank you to Worldwide Auctioneers. This has been a beyond incredible opportunity, and catch me at their auction Friday and Saturday. I'll have a link to all their information below, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.